Hey guys, and welcome to class today. We are going to be doing a Pilates circuit that is repeatable, meaning that you can do this video as many times as you want. It is just a brief little circuit, and we're going to be hitting upper body, core, and then lower body. So let's go ahead and get started with some wrist stretches because we are going to be in a plank position to start. So let's go ahead and just pull our fingertips back, keeping a little micro bend in our elbow. And just start to take some deep breaths to get that oxygen into your body. And then we can flip the palm so it's facing us and just gently pull your palm toward you. We have Mackie Boy joining us today over here. We'll switch hands and pull back the other fingers, micro bend in the elbow to deepen that stretch a little bit. We're going to be moving our body today to honor our bodies. Go ahead and flip your wrist and pull that palm toward you. We are practicing gratitude that we can move our bodies in this way to get our blood pumping. A celebration of our bodies today. Awesome job. You can kind of give a little bit of a wrist roll, and then we're going to get started, like I said, in a plank position, either on your knees or on your toes. I'm going to go ahead and do my, I think I'm going to start with my toes actually. And then if it's a little bit too much, we can come down to our knees. So what we're going to do, really want you to have a nice tight core here. And we're going to do some single arm circles in this position. So we're going to, either arm you can start with, send out one arm in front of you, circle it back, and then to the beginning, and then switch arms. So we go up and around into a circle. You can kind of widen your stance with your feet because we don't want our hips to be moving back and forth a bunch as we do this. And this is very challenging for the core and for the shoulders too, pretty quickly. So again, if you need to come down to your knees, listen to your body, listen to whatever your body is feeling up to today. And then we'll just, once we finish whatever side you started on, we'll just do the opposite direction. So we go backward toward our legs, circle around, and then end in our beginning spot and alternate arms. This is already causing me to be out of breath. This is the tough one to start with, but we are warming up real fast. We'll do one more each side. Great job. Go ahead and come back into a child's pose to stretch out those shoulders and give them a break for a deep breath. Great job. What we're going to do now, I am going to be down on my knees for these ones. We're going to be doing some Pilates push-ups. We're going to do 3 sets of 3 Pilates push-ups. So either on your knees or on your toes, make sure that you have one nice long line from your head all the way down your back, past your butt, down to your knees or your toes. Push the floor away from you. Pilates push-ups are narrow tricep push-ups. So we shoot our elbows straight back, go down as far as you can. We're going to do 3, 2, 1. Push back into a child's pose. Deep breath. Come back into your push-up position. 3 more. 3, 2. Great job. 1. Push back into a Pilates or into a child's pose. We just have one more set of 3. Great job. Moving slow and with intention. Only going down as far as you're able to while keeping proper form. Last one. And back into child's pose. Those ones are hard for me. So good job if you feel like you're already out of breath. Clearly I am too, sis. Okay, for the last of our upper body circuit, we're going to be doing some prayer pulses. So I want you to put your palms together. You don't have to clasp your fingers, but just place your palms together, then glue your forearms together and your elbows together as much as you're able to. Sometimes if your chest is a little bit too big or if your shoulder girdle doesn't have a lot of flexibility, you might not be able to completely touch them, but that's okay. something to work toward. You're still going to get a great workout. So as much as you're able to, glue these together. I don't want them to be down here by your tummy. I want your elbows to be up nice and high. And what we're going to do is pulse up one time and out one time. So we go up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, and be actively squeezing your palms together, actively squeezing your elbows together. And my arms are trembling, especially after all the work we just did with our single arm rotations in plank and with our Pilates push-ups. This is a great upper body finisher, that's for sure. Press those elbows together. Up, down, out, in. Can we do one more? Great job. Holy smokes. Upper body is finished for this workout. We're going to move on to our core. So go ahead and come in onto your back, and we're going to come into a tabletop position in neutral spine. So neutral spine meaning that you're going to have a small gap between your back and your mat, and your, if you were to look up and place your pubic bones, place your fingertips on your pubic bone, it's going to be a nice level surface here. That shows us that we're in neutral. So we're going to go ahead and bring our legs up in a tabletop for this position. And we're just going to do some toe taps one at a time in this position. Really channeling that deep core muscles. Those lower abdominals are working super hard in this position. You can go ahead and place your hand on your lower stomach and make sure that it's not doming upward or coning upward. That would be a sign that this is a little bit too advanced of a core workout, that your core is not quite ready for. You'll get there, but there's no rush. There's no rush at all. If you want to advance this move, you can come up into ab prep, remaining in neutral, and continue with your shoulders, your head and your shoulders up off the ground, not going any further than your breastbone region. Will definitely advance the move. If you want to advance it even further, you could do both legs at the same time. Breathing. That one's a little bit too much for me. We're breathing. Great job. Awesome. Go ahead and pull your knees to your chest for just a couple deep breaths. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come back into that tabletop position, and we're going to add a little bit of a leg extension plus a rotation. So come up into tabletop, and I want you to place your hands behind your head and lift your head and shoulders. So similar to if we were in ab prep, but it's just our arms are behind our head in this position. So we're going to extend the left leg long as we come down and rest our head, and then we're going to come up and twist over. So we rest our head back as we extend our leg. We bring it back to a tabletop and twist over to that side. Great job. We're going to do a few on each side. Moving at your own pace. You're in neutral spine. If this is a little bit too much to have the other leg in tabletop, you can totally place that other leg down and it'll make it a lot more doable. If you're feeling a bit fatigued and you're not able to keep neutral spine, this is a great option. You're going to go ahead and switch legs now. So extend the right leg as you rest your head down, bring it back to 90 and twist over to the side. You can see that I'm kind of crunching that working leg in a little bit further than tabletop, but you're still maintaining neutral spine to protect that lumbar spine. We're breathing, we're moving with intention. Again, if you need to set that the non-working leg down, that's totally okay. Let's do one more. Awesome job. Knees to chest. Take a deep breath for me. Awesome job. Not easy. We are going through these fast and effectively. The last core workout that we're going to do in our core circuit is the hundreds. So you can have your feet in a couple different positions in the Pilates hundreds. You can have them down on the ground if you'd like. You can have them in tabletop. You can have your legs extended straight with your hips, with your legs turned out, so your heels are touching but your toes are apart. You can have your knees a little bit more bent with your toes together, whatever feels good to you as we get started. So we're going to come up into ab prep here. Face your palms down toward the ground, and we're going to beat the ground with power through our arms for 5 breaths in and 5 breaths out. So I'll do my best to count for you, but you can also count for yourself, which is something that I usually do. So I'm going to have my legs straight as the most advanced position, and we're going to start. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Take a break if you need it. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Great job. And knees to chest. Those are tough and definitely something you can work up to with the different leg positions. So now we are going to go into our lower body circuit. You might have noticed that each chunk of these has been 3 exercises. So same with our lower body. We're going to do 3 lower body exercises and then we're done. Okay, so we're going to be in prone for this position. So go ahead and come down onto your belly and bring your head down so it's resting on your stacked hands. We're going to do just single leg and then we'll switch to the other leg. So we'll start with our right leg and we're going to bend that right leg at the knee, flex the foot. Now what I'm going to have you do actually, instead of stacking your hands, I'm actually going to have you rest your head down on your left hand, and then we're going to tent our fingers on the right side here. So just with a 90-degree angle in the elbow and tent those fingers. And we're going to press up our heel up toward the ground. Really tuck your tailbone in this position to protect your lower back. I'm going to bring my hand down so you can see me a little bit better. And we're going to use the strength of our booty, really locks in through our hamstrings and our booty as we just stamp the ceiling. It's a small movement. It's kind of like a donkey kick in prone. So we're just lifting that thigh off the ground as much as we're able to while keeping that proper form. Tuck your tailbone, engage your abs. Great job. This is a very intense single leg exercise. Really engage through your booty. Fire through your hamstrings to lift your single thigh off the ground. One more. Great job. Now we're going to go ahead and do some hamstring curls in this position. So we're just going to lift up that leg just a little bit so the thigh is a little bit off the ground. Extend your leg with a flexed foot and then curl it back in and just keep going like that. You're going to feel your hamstrings firing in this position as you use that big muscle to curl your leg back in. Again, keeping that thigh bone off the mat just a little bit so it's not completely resting on the mat. Go slow. I'm reminding you to tuck your tailbone. It can be really easy to lose that form in this position because we're thinking about so many other things. Great job. This is really firing through that lower body. Awesome. Let's hold it out long now. Point the toe. And we're just going to pulse up and down, trying to keep your leg as straight as possible. Tuck your tailbone. Fire through your quad to keep your leg straight. Pencil straight. Just trying to get that thigh off the ground. So you're not going for height. We're just trying to get that thigh bone off the mat a little bit. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Great. We're going to switch sides. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to switch so you can still see what I'm doing. Working that left leg now, so I'm resting my cheek down on my right hand. Tuck that tailbone, and we're going to bend the left leg, flex the foot, and we're going to do those donkey kicks in this position. Really thinking about keeping your leg at a 90-degree angle as much as you're able to. I know that mine is probably not in a perfectly 90-degree angle, so do whatever feels comfortable for you that still challenges you a little bit. Make sure that pubic bone is pressing down into the ground, and you're focusing on just barely lifting that thigh bone off the mat. Great job. Do 2 more. Last one. Extend the leg and curl it back in. Extend and curl. Great job. Keeping the tension in that hamstring. Keeping that pubic bone tucked down into the ground. And we're still breathing. I'm telling you, you don't have to have a gym membership or work out for an hour or 2 hours at a time to get a great burn in your muscles, to metabolize the stress out of your body. Take some time for yourself. Doesn't have to be a long time to be effective. Awesome job. Extend the leg, point the toe, and we'll do those little pulses. Pubic bone down into the ground so that the work isn't going into your lower back. This should mainly be coming from that glute maximus, your butt, and your hamstring muscle. Keep that leg as pencil straight as possible. You know, that's really hard. Especially, it's helpful to have like a mirror for this position, honestly, to see if your leg is as straight as you feel like it is. Awesome job. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Press back into child's pose. Deep breath for me. Sending oxygen through your whole body, sending gratitude through your whole body for what it just did. Great job. So if you'd like to, you can just stop right there and stretch out your body, stretch out your hamstrings, your triceps, stretch out. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, or if you have some extra time that you're wanting to work out with, you can also just start this video over and repeat those 3 circuits that we just did. So I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.